I can't believe it's actually happened. We have our new horse home. I'm in the field. It happened. It finally happened. Very exciting. We've just been to pick her up. She travelled like a dream. I was rather stressed. I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute, don't worry. I was a bit stressed about that because she's never been transported before. So I was a little bit concerned of how she was going to cope. Coop, who has been having a whale of a time in the rain and the mud today. Look at that rug. You've been doing serious work on that, haven't you? So Coop is officially retired from competing. I'm not going to take him to regionals. We just think it's too much on the new girl, which I'll show you in a second. So happy retirement, Coop. He's still going to get ridden, and he's still going to do some fun stuff, but no more dressage, Coop. He'll be a very happy boy about that, won't you? He'll be a very happy boy. So I'll go meet you. She's still at the top of the field. I don't think she's quite worked out that she can go all the way down. Coop's going to go and push the dog around. Coop's not being the most friendly. Look at that rug. So naughty today. You've been having such a lovely time, haven't you, in the mud? He loves mud. Yeah, I don't think she's quite realised she can go out further than the top of the field. She's not left there. But this is her. She doesn't have a name. I can't think of one. I'm finding it really hard to think of a name. She was a bit fascinated by Billy and Arts, who were a pen above, and then we took them in. So I think she's a little bit like, oh, what's going on? But this is her, nameless. And she's 3, and you look all gangly, and don't attack the dog. Evie, out, Evie. Out, Evie, Evie, out. Cheeky. Get out, Evie, then. But this is her. This is the new baby. And yeah, so pleased with her. She was such a good girl. Would you stop chasing the dog? I'm gonna stay out at night with Coop for a bit, because I've only got 3 stables. I really hope it doesn't rain heavily tonight. I'm a big wuss when it comes to weather and horses. But yeah, I honestly was nervous wreck travelling. I just thought, gosh, her first time, she's bound to, bang crash around. But she was so good. And got out here. We took her out into the arena first, just gave her a little walk round, and then actually just brought her straight down to the field. The boys were all out, so Coop's not being the most friendly, but I'm sure he'll get there. But yeah, she was a good girl, so she's just been out, but she's not ventured very far yet. But yeah, it's just exciting, slightly nerve-wracking. Sort of feel a pressure to get everything right for her as much as I can. But I'm also so excited to have something that's unspoilt and to be able to do everything my way and start from scratch and, just teach things the way I want them taught and to take my time with her and that kind of thing. So exciting times ahead. I'll do a quick bit on her breeding now. So she's by the British stallion Flashpoint, who I think is jumping around 120, 130s. And he is by the beautiful stallion Ampere, who's a dressage stallion. So the great thing about her, she's got both jumping and dressage bloodlines. Her dam is by Balou de Rouet, who is this stunning boy. And her grandfather, Balobé de Rouet. Hopefully I've said that right, which is probably one of the most well-known jumping stallions. Camping out down here for a little bit. She's been a bit unsettled. I think it's actually the sheep I've worked out, because she keeps running over towards the hedge over there, and there is sheep on the other side, and I think because she can't see them very clearly, she doesn't quite know what's in there. And I've moved, got Angus in my lap, I've moved Coop's haylage over to the fence so that she's, he'll hopefully stay a little bit closer to her. It's obviously always a little bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? Because you don't want them. Angus, no. Angus, bloody cat. Angus, get off. Sat on an old dingy wrapper bag. But yeah, she just seems to be finding the sheep. It's also long grass next door, so she really can't see them, but she can obviously hear them, which I think is not helping. Let's hope the sheep like to go to bed early. And I also wondered that the fact that my boys, the other 2, Billy and Artie, were out when she got here and then they were taken in. I wonder if she's also wondering where they are. So yes, just nerve-wracking. You just want them to have a good night, don't you? Be there when you get up the next morning. Good morning, guys. I'm just down here at the bottom of the field doing a bit of poo picking. The Billy and Arts are out. I don't seem that bothered by it today, which is great. You will have noticed we took the field fencing out last night at about, oh gosh, about 9:30, I think. You would have seen in the previous clip in this vlog that she was a little bit unsettled. She wasn't dreadful, but she was just a little bit unsettled, and I just didn't want her getting herself in a tiz overnight. Also, you know, electric chait's great, but I was thinking, what if they run into it in the middle of the night? I mean, I wasn't too worried about Corporal, but, you know, I know that Mrs. No Name isn't probably not used to that, and I just, as much as I felt like it was a risk turning them together after such a short space of time, and it's not something I really like to do, I just thought it was much better for her. And thinking that she'd obviously come from a little herd, and you know, she probably needed the comfort of another horse, I just did it, and so far so good. I did feel quite nervous about doing it last night because also it was quite late, and I was thinking, I did go and check them again at about 11ish, but they seemed fine, and she's looking a bit tucked up this morning. I think, you know, she's perhaps not appreciating my lack of grass. Still fascinated by the boys. I think she'd probably like to quite meet them. But yes, and they seem to get on really well. Coop seems absolutely smitten with his girlfriend. They've been sharing the haylage, drinking out the same water bucket, just being quite cute with each other. And she doesn't really seem to care that he's a bit obsessed with her. So that as long as she doesn't get too attached to him, that's all that. I'm just glad that they obviously find comfort in each other, because obviously for him as well, he's not been out at night since, well, he's been out a couple of times when he's been really itchy and then jumped out and done something stupid, and that was one of the things. Actually, I had a really bad night's sleep because I think I was worried that he was going to do something stupid like that, because he's not to be trusted. I was worried, you know, what if they didn't get on in the middle of the night. There was also shooting 2 fields over, and they flashing that red light around. I was thinking, that's all I need. Yeah, I just slept so badly. I was just a bit stressed about it all, to be honest. You just don't want anything going wrong, do you? And then I was suddenly thinking, like, God, was that bit of fencing all right? And have they got enough grass? And oh, it just, yeah, have I given them too much haylage? I'm just wary of not giving her too much haylage because I don't want to have an upset stomach. I need to, when I've got some help, bring them in, and then I need to give them some more grass, because I think actually this really is too bare for her. As much as it isn't too bad for Coop, I think she needs some decent grass. So tomorrow I'll get someone to help me get them in, and then I'll move the fencing and give them a nice patch of new grass. Coop will be fine. There we go, right. Got some haylage. I've tried to limit how much haylage the mare is eating at the moment, because as I've said before, she is not used to haylage. I think she's always had hay, if she had, and she's not had much of it, I don't actually know that much. I know she had some hay, but yeah, she wasn't in the stable, so she didn't have that much. But they're being a little bit funny about eating the good grass, which is at the bottom of their field. So she's spending most of her time at the top of the field, which has got 0 grass. And I was just getting a little bit worried that she's not eating enough. So I'm trying to limit how much haylage she has so she's not scoffing it all down and making herself ill. But at the same time, I obviously want her to eat. So I've given them extra grass at the bottom, but getting them to stay down there is proving difficult. They just want to stay at the top. I don't know what she's waiting for, really. I don't know if she thinks the others should be out. I'm not really sure. She likes to wait for me, which is very sweet of her. But, yeah, I just wonder if she's always waiting if we're suddenly going to turn up. Anyway, I've come out. I need to poo pick, and I'm going to take their fly mask off. I'm so proud of her. She was so incredible. If I zoom in, they've both got fly masks on. She was so good about it. She completely blew me away. I thought there was no way I was going to get a mask on her, but the flies have been dreadful today. And I just thought I've got to do something. The little fly fringe that I'd ordered hadn't arrived, and so I just thought I'm just going to give it a little go really quietly. And bless her, she was amazing. Just let me put it on. She was a bit obviously unsure to begin with, but she didn't stress or anything, and she's had it on the rest of the afternoon, and she's been absolutely fine. So I'm so chuffed with her on that. She's a good girl. I also did a tiny bit of work this afternoon just in the field, because I really would. Oh, it's gone so dark. It didn't say it was going to rain, but that looks like rain. Actually, and it's also meant to get really cold tonight, so I need to put Coop's New Zealand on. I started doing a little bit of work with a rug. I got, you know, one of the like net rugs, something super light. I just started to like sort of place it over her, get her used to the feeling of it being pulled back, that kind of thing. And she was good. You know, you could see she was unsure, but she was very good. So we just did a little bit of that today because, so at some point I'd like to get a fly rug on her because of how bad the flies are. They seem to be getting on really well, which is lovely. Coop's a bit obsessed with wanting her to itch, and I think she doesn't really understand why he's so obsessed. So yeah, some pleased about that. It's just feels like a lot of work. I think it's because they're out 24/7. It's a lot of poo picking, as you can see. I've got that job to do. It just feels like quite a lot. Look at Corporal, he's quite irritating. I didn't think he'd be this obsessive about scratching, because Artie will always scratch with him. And of course she's not really that bothered, but he's quite irritating because every time she turns around he's kind of there going, do you want to have a scratch? Anyway, I'm going to give him this haylage. I've just bashed my elbow, which currently hurts a lot. But yeah, slowly settling in. So I'm going to finish the vlog there. I've got a lovely sort of sunset. It's starting to rain. I wonder what was dripping on my head. I mean, look at these two. I mean, she only arrived yesterday. Look at the pair of them. Right, soppy pair. They seem to really love each other, which is kind of cute. So, yeah. I think day 2, like I say, I might try and get her in the stable tomorrow. I've got someone to help me. I might try and get her in out the flies for a little bit, as long as it doesn't get too hot. It's meant to drop to like, at least 11 tonight. Yeah, it was so warm and muggy today. Anyway, she's still fascinated by the sheep next door's field, but you can see they're very happy with each other, which is lovely. I couldn't be happier about that. And they're tucking into the haylage I've just put down. You just need to take it to the bottom of the field, Coop, where the actual grass is. So yeah, right, I'm going to go and muck out the other 2 boys' fields before it starts raining really heavily. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video.